You guys should really check out this new one. It's called Keep It 99.
Keep It 99, huh?
If you thought the premiere was wild, episode 2 and 3 of Daredevil Born Again season 2 just flipped the entire board upside down. We found out what was going on. We started the episode with Bullseye in church. I ain't gonna lie, I did not know who that was. I thought it was maybe Matt, but it was Bullseye. And we find out Matt could make some decision that might cost him everything later in the season. We're going to get into all that happened between Fisk and his plan to make Matt a hero, the new White Tiger, and a bunch of other things that ended the show with a beautiful ending. But today I am joined with the Unico Williams, the best in the Midwest. How you doing there, Unico?
I'm good. Ready to hit the streets and fight ice. I mean,
we are talking about that. And of course, we have the Monray Huss. How you doing there, Monray?
What's up? It's your boy Monray. Late watching the second episode for laziness, but I clutched up and watched it just like my boy Matt clutched up in that thrilling episode. So we here.
And today we are getting into the show. But first, let's talk about it. The vibe of this episode, the vibe of these episodes. Episode 2 was still kind of slow to me, but episode 3 picked it up. And we kind of saw the desperation in Matt after Fisk kind of made him a hero and told everybody he's alive still, because we know Fisk know he's alive because he's Daredevil. But he kind of hinted at it and said, he's a hero. He saved my life. Find this hero. He might not know who he is. Find him. Which sets him up in like a real hero situation where people are not going to look for him. So now he has to like hide even more than he was before, because most time people thought he passed away. But something about that later on confused me that I'm gonna get into, because somehow she was like, "Do you think that Daredevil ended him?" I'm like, Fisk just told you he's alive. Do y'all not watch your own show? How do y'all feel about the vibe of this episode?
yeah. Go ahead, Mama.
Oh no, I was fine waiting. It was mostly like the vibes. For me, like I said, the pacing, I guess the best way to say it, of the episodes has never really been a problem to me, because it's not Daredevil Born Again has not really been the vibe of, a whole bunch of just random action fighting and stuff all over that makes it good. What makes it good, to me at least, is the intertwining stories of everybody. So I don't really have a problem with it being, I guess, quote unquote, slow, it not being as much action in every episode. I had no problem with it. Me seeing like episode 2, the role of Matt and Fisk essentially playing checkers with each other, or playing chess with each other and trying to one up each other, it's crazy to me. So I love that. I ain't gonna get into the story parts. We'll talk about the story parts, but those whole aspects of everybody having their own motives, doing what they're doing, the effects and everything makes up for, not necessarily being punch happy. So the mood and everything, the tone, the pacing, I have no problems with it.
Oh, I love the tone. I mean, like, the start of the episode is literally this black guy doing training with Fisk, and he just knocked him clean. Deontay Wilder, that man threw a wall. Unique, how you feel about the vibe of the episode?
I mean, the vibes are always cool, especially, I love a good courtroom situation. I'm liking, yeah, okay, it's a superhero show, but I like the nuances of how people are doing stuff, how they're trying to get away with it. Yes, action is cool, but I'm a why guy. I want to know what's going on in this world, and that's what we're getting from Daredevil so far. Is we're getting the outside stuff. It's not all about just action and stuff, and that's what I'm appreciating about this series.
Yeah, I do love it too, but we have to talk about this because I kind of hinted it in my show. But the AFT is ice 100%. They got people locked up in cages. They were kidnapping people who wasn't even vigilantes. It was a shop owner and an auntie.
Yeah.
And they just like, hey, you went our way. Oh, you touched the police officer?
Ooh, I ain't gonna lie. I can't lie. That store scene got me. I can't lie. It got me. They got me with that one. Well, put his hands on. It's like, I saw the police officer grab him. Oh, wait a minute, bro. No. And just, it all goes downhill. And for me, I have to say that unless the news, I gotta go with this, right? That the news of New York City just is not showing the stuff. Those people have to be like the most absent-minded people. I'm talking about the people of New York. You have to be the most absent-minded, aloof people. And I said this from the start when Fisk, even back to last season, when Fisk got voted back in New York. And I'm like, do y'all not realize what this man was doing? And y'all voted him. I called him stupid the first time around. And I'm sitting there like, so much stuff is happening in New York that for people to be like, oh, Fisk is cleaning up the city and everything. It's like, do y'all not realize that y'all can't do nothing without people disappearing outright? That you got straight on. It's basically like martial law in that place. And it's like, oh, you can't do nothing? I'm like, bruh, like, y'all got to be some of the most ignorant people to just be blatantly ignoring some of this stuff. Now, I already got our list of people that don't have any morals at this point, just doing some of the most outright dirty crap. Like, cool. I'm just like, the people in New York, like in episode 3, they show, basketball courts shut down for the safe streets. What? Like, what the fuck they got to do with some safer streets? Why we got on the basketball court? Like, the people have just got to be stupid at this point. They just have to be idiotic to just automatically be assuming this. But just go ahead, Zell. It gets me that the people in New York, so much blatant stuff is happening, and they just like, man, Fisk cleaning up the streets, man. He good people. The fuck you talking about?
Yeah, I was looking at that and I was like, I'm thoroughly confused to why these. But to be fair, it is a propaganda machine he's doing right now.
Yeah, completely.
So he's literally making the commercials to combat the other commercials that old girl is making about him, who's exposing him. But then he make the commercial hiring them people to basically just give him a good report. So I kind of get what they're going with it because I see what he's trying to do. It's like propaganda, like marketing. Look at how clean the water is. We know that tanker went in the water and everybody told him not to go in it. But it's safe out here.
These NPCs these New York NPCs is crazy.
That's the word. That's right there. They acting like
they talk about Jay-Z.
But I get it. It's a good chunk of it is fear because, like, man, look, it ain't really as clean as they say it is, but we say something, we're gonna vanish. So, I get it, but it's like some of them are like, bro, y'all are just stupid. Like, it's just, some of y'all just gotta be stupid at this point. But it's what it is. But continue going down the storyline. Well, Zell, we get to the next part. But boy, them people.
Yeah, we have like I said, we were talking about the cages, the ice pearl around the AFTs, which we found out, and that we kind of going around a little bit. But this is like a big point of the show to me because like constant, we talked about them taking as Murray said, it got to you when you see them just snatching this random woman up who is just trying to help the shopkeeper who is tired of getting robbed. And he's like, I'm tired of this. So he's so angsty from the way the city is right now that he's going to pull his gun out and literally like aim at the kids who are trying to steal something. She's trying to devolve the whole situation. Matter of fact, she was even on Fisk's side. The auntie was on White Tiger's auntie, or was it? I think it's auntie, right?
Yeah, I think it's his sister.
It's a little
She was like, that's Tia. So if that's his daughter, that has to be White Tiger's sister.
Yes.
I think Tia means auntie. I think.
Yeah, Tia is auntie.
The auntie. And I'm like, so she, even in the episode, she was on Fisk's side, talking about these vigilantes doing too much. And the daughter, who is now going to be the White Tiger, we see Angela, she's like, no, he saved me. I wouldn't even be here without Daredevil, and you talking bad on him. To the point where she's on their side, they took her away.
Mm-hmm.
She's now in a cage with the shop owner who was getting robbed. And I actually thought the kids were gonna be there, but they weren't. So that was like a real powerful scene. It kind of gives a parallel to some of the stuff happening today, where you could even be like, okay, most people in the city would be like, okay, they just put them in a jail, but in reality, they put them in cages. So
Yeah. And like I said, they went back to them cages we saw at the end of season 1, where Fisk just basically showed like it's not solely
yeah,
just
if it was just
people.
vigilantes, I think even in your mind, you'd be like, okay, that's cool.
Nah, he's being people that he just wants. And I'm a bit confused now because at first it was saying like I don't know how to pronounce the dude's name, so I'm just gonna call him the swordsman. Swordsman was like, no, Fisk is putting people down here that that's in his way, people that he wants to be down here. But then you got the auntie down there, and she ain't got nothing to do with Fisk. So I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, they just putting whoever the heck they want
I don't even know
to
what
be
the
down
auntie
there.
did to Fisk, but that I
And
think it was just the AFT agent that was mad because she touched him.
yeah, I'm thinking what they do with those cages is that they rotate them out. If that's the only thing that makes sense to me. Is like they put people down there temporarily, and then they further transfer them out when they want to either get rid of them or do some other stuff, some of that nature. So, but they don't just permanently stay in the cages. I think they're just like swapping them out every so often because a bunch of people have quote unquote disappeared at this point. But either way, and this lets me know that I was right earlier when I assumed, not with all of us, but I assumed that Frank escaped because Frank wasn't down there when they got through out of the cage.
Yeah,
Daredevil.
he choked him out and then he got away. They
So,
hinted
so
that he
Frank
was-
obviously left. So we're good that Frank is free. Of course, we know that, but Daredevil and Karen don't know that. They like, what the freak is Frank? And I figure I'm like, he out hiding right now. He know like, hey, that boy underground looking for me to shoot on fight. Ain't no way I can go out right now. So yeah, I don't blame him.
Yeah. And then another thing I saw was the lawyer. He knew the swordsman knew he had no chance. These judges were paid off. She literally walked up and said, "You gave me 5 days for a trial that's supposed to happen, what, 2 months after to figure this out?
Mm-hmm.
Can I get some time?" And the judge like, "No. You don't even have evidence that he did that he's the swordsman. We don't care." And then the swordsman like, "Told you. Told you.
It's like, bro,
I'm screwed. I don't even blame you. I'm not even mad at you. There was nobody gonna save me from this situation."
that man accepted it from the second he was sitting there being interviewed by the psychiatrist. He's like, I already know how this finna go, bro. He's like, I already know. He accepted his fate then. And
The one thing I did want the lawyer to do, played by Kristen McDuffie, by the way, she did an amazing job. Well, I think her name is Kristen McDuffie. I don't know why I'm saying actor played by, but I was hoping she would put old girl on the stand because she is not mentally there. She is clearly drugged.
I know this much. There's no doubt about or any gray area as to how Disney feels about the current the current atmosphere in society right now in America. Like there's no this is direct commentary. This is Disney saying this is how we feel about what's going on.
I'm starting to get it makes me happy but also upset because I know it's not gonna happen the way I want it to. But this list of people that need to get a bullet in their brain is getting mighty long. And I just seriously doubt that because I know Daredevil is not gonna do it. I know he's not gonna kill them all. And I can't put all of my faith that Frank and Bullseye and the Hand are gonna do it. And I know Karen will. Karen, she getting to the point, hey, if we gotta get rid of, we gotta get rid of. But I'm already to the point now that I've accepted that everybody that need a bullet to their brain is not going to get one by the end of this series. So at this point, I got to put like high priorities because all 3 of them judges, they all need to go. The lawyer,
the woman is not so. I think she's on the line.
She got to go too. Like, baby, I know you're taking
She
pills because
literally
you know
put
what you
this
have to
man
do.
is like he's seeing dead people talking to him, and I'm like, no, you don't.
Like she knew, like I get like I ain't talking about psychiatrist. Psychiatrist damn sure, y'all. He's talking about the female juror that was up there, the 3. And like, yeah, she was taking pills because she had to calm herself down because she knew she was finna do some messed up stuff. I'm like, I don't care. You get to go too. All 3 of y'all need a bullet in their brain. The prosecutor need one in his brain. The freaking psychiatrist, she need one just to put her out her misery. Everybody in Fisk court, deputy mayor. Even though I'm cool with the deputy mayor. And I'm gonna be real.
Could be real.
He the only one for me right now that's on the line. And I say that because he
He had the
knows
BB?
it's BB. He knows it's BB. And he purposely is keeping her out of it. And I'm like, that's the only reason you get him. For one, technically, everybody got blood on their hands that work for Fisk. We already know that, but he ain't got no blood, but like he ain't took a life, at least as of right now. And he know it's BB. He know it is because he know the leak came from his laptop. He know BB the only motherfucker that be at this house regularly, and he even warned her. So right now, he might be responsible for eventually giving BB up, and BB might get a bullet in her brain or whatever the case may be. If that happens, fine. But he the only one on the line because he know. One, he know what Fisk doing is wrong. If there was anybody in Fisk court that would turn, he the only one that looked like he might turn. Only because like he knows it's wrong, but he's like, this is just, I'm playing for the winning side. But he also got enough balls to be like, look, BB, I care about you enough to tell you to get out of this. Do not play this role.
And on the slick, I think Fisk know. Because he hit him with that. Is there anybody you care about you trying to protect?
And I say they because Fisk and his right-hand man, I forget the dude's name, they both know. You know, the right-hand man was like, hey, you know, my boy, he growing on me. You know, like, I like him. He cool with him. They both know. They both know, like, the leak probably came from him. And whether he know it or not, if you the weak link. They know he the weak link. They ain't crazy. They done been around this before. Yeah. But like I said, he the only one in the Fisk entire group that's on the line for me. And I also happen to notice something that I just realized too. When I come to Fisk's entire group, Matthew Lillard is completely missing for the last 2 episodes. Buddy showed up episode 1, gave the law, and vanished. So I ain't seen him yet, which lets me know he definitely on some higher up type stuff.
Well, he did his job. He gave him the
gave him the order and didn't even stick around.
Is they all there? Yeah. Did anybody know what happened? No.
I gotta get rid of him. But I said that, but that's like he on the higher up stuff.
What if he's got bigger fish to fry like Shield?
I think Matthew Lillard is on the higher up stuff. Like he on a way higher level than this. Hey, Fisk trying to take over New York. He like, bro, I'm on worldwide stuff. I just came here as a curse.
He's gonna come back though because
like at the end of the day, like
you gotta do a cleanup.
Kingpin's motive is, I just need to easily get weapons into New York and sell them. Like it's not some big grand scheme to destroy the planet. It's just he's trying to make money. Like it's not like, I mean, it's about as level as you can get.
Well, there was one part where Fisk was in his bedroom with his wife, and she was like, you know, what are we doing? What's the limit? Is it gonna be okay? She was talking about like leaving it all and going. And he was like, no, like New York is just the first stepping stone, baby girl. Like I'm trying to go for the world. Like what's stopping us at this point? So no, he got bigger aspirations than New York now. Like he trying to go further.
I thought he was trying to tell her how much New York is home. I thought that's what
yeah, he said it was home and everything. He's like, do you really think we can get away from all this? Because she was like, you know, Estelita's behind, go retire on some island. He's like, no, like, my aspirations right now is bigger than New York now. Like, what's stopping us? Like, we could go for bigger than this.
I ain't getting
that was great storytelling, by the way.
He said it. I can't remember where
he's trying to get away because she is terrified of Bullseye right now.
Yeah, she is.
She dreaming about this man. Like, you coming to do it, ain't you? And he's like,
that's another one. Bullseye also went missing.
She won't because you lied to him. I don't even think he care about Kingpin that much, but she the one who lied to him. So you're like,
I mean, yeah, Bullseye. Also, Bullseye was missing from this episode too. I'm like, hey, people playing their roles and they vanishing and everything. He was in the beginning
of the second episode when he went to the church, but that's about it.
Yeah, second episode, and then when he killed the two guards that was in the hospital. So like he was around. It just I'm seeing like people are popping up, but they have specific roles they're gonna play in the story rather than being sequentially always being there. Other than of course Matt and Karen and Fisk or whatever, but which I'm cool with. I ain't got a problem with it. It's just I'm noticing, boy, like this all gonna come to a head is what this letting me know. Like different people, different roles popping up at different times. It's gonna all come to a head, especially even after what just happened at the end of episode 3. It's definitely going off and to come to a head. Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know. We were talking about people that are going to get attacked via the brain, by a weapon.
They'll say eliminated. We'll go with that.
I was thinking about it, and I was like, "There's no way Kingpin takes an L from his life. I don't see it. Now I can see his wife taking an L and getting hurt out of here. I can see that, but I mean, Kingpin's not going anywhere. I just don't see it.
The only reason I generally agree with it is just it's most because Kingpin never really dies most of the time. It's
Right.
because his
Right.
main antagonist, his main protagonists that go against him or whatever, the main ones, and even in comics and everything, not going to, is like Spider-Man and Daredevil, whatever. They notoriously do not want to kill him. That's mainly the only reason why he's alive. Because if you give it up to the other people like Frank, Bullseye, some of the, they want to kill him.
Everybody though, so it don't count.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, the main people that Fisk always beef with never want to kill him. And so even in this story, like, Matt even said it to Karen right now, because Karen was like, hey, you know, what if we cut the head off the snake? Matt outright said it again. He's like, bro, what would be the point of it? Like, you know, it ain't gonna bring Foggy back to kill Fisk. So, like, no, that ain't what I want to. Even though Karen probably
like, hey, about Bullseye, because Bullseye saved him. Like, why don't you end up?
No, she was saying, like, why not cut the head off? Like, they're arguing, like, I figured they're gonna argue about, you know, the deeper levels Karen's willing to go versus what Matt's willing to do. And she was like, you know, cutting the head off. Like, she if she had opportunity, she gonna put a bullet in Fisk's brain. And I don't blame her, because Fisk done put her through hell too. So I get it. But Matt, the main protagonist that Fisk deal with, specifically does not want to kill him, which is, and I vehemently against that. But whatever, Matt want to be a goody two shoes. Fine. Somebody got to be pure hearted in this whole story of dark individuals. I don't mind it being Matt. Go right ahead. Fisk should have been dead. Fisk would have been dead about season 2. But, you know, whatever the case may be, Matt want to be on this nice stuff. Fine. Put him in some jail cell and put him in solitary confinement. Whatever the case may be. That man need a bullet in his brain. He number one, but I'm with you, Nico. I doubt he will. But, you know,
like Loki. They ain't gonna. Loki, Magneto, and Fisk is probably people they never end up in there.
You need him.
Most likely no.
I mean,
Fisk most likely no. They're not gonna kill. Like I said, if Fisk dies, it's because somebody else did it. It ain't gonna be because of Matt. We are clear to see. They'd be like, Franklin took a bullet side his head. Bullseye got a sniper rifle or a knife in close range, some shit like that. But most of the time, they don't.
Matt will save him before he.
Matt saved him.
I've accepted. Matt not gonna do it. Matt ain't gonna do it. Even through all this still, Matt knows the world would be a better place if Fisk not there. He knows it, but he's not gonna do it. And he had that whole gripping with himself about death and everything in season 3, I think, and season 2, and Born Again season 1. Like, he had. I'm just gonna call it season 4. Season 4, he didn't grip with like killing Fisk and all that kind of stuff. Whatever, Matt. Fine. You can be goody two shoes. Every one of your friends around you will take Fisk's head off on a swivel if they get the opportunity. So fine, you can be pure. I guarantee you everybody else ain't, because Karen would, the little girl, the daughter of the White Tiger at this point, she would. Baby girl was holding to that blade real tight. As she swiped those tires, she was holding on to it real nice. Like, she'll do it. The swordsman will do it. Karen will do it. It's gonna be a lot of people that got no problem putting that bullet in his brain. So you can be the one outlier. Fine, go right ahead.
Kingpin's quote unquote rogue gallery, aka his ops. Man, them some serious big names. That's his ops. Spider-Man, Punisher, Daredevil, the media.
Yeah. All the big street level people mostly are his ops, to be fair.
We had a Zorro reference.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to Zorro
reference. He's a fake Zorro.
Shout out to
BB, by the way. That's something I want to talk about before we get to the end. Yo, BB playing a dangerous game. How do y'all think she's coming out? You think she's gonna be like her uncle?
She'll be injured.
Father.
She'll be injured. She'll be injured like gravely. It might be a cliffhanger whether she lives or dies. That's what I think. So.
I think Kingpin
he's really pissy about them cartoon making fun of him skits.
This is what I think. I think she lives because I think Deputy Mayor, I can't remember his name like that. I think he will die before she will. It's only because
interesting.
It's Fisk. Like, Fisk is one, like, she a problem. She spreading out the slander. But Fisk gonna be more upset at Deputy Mayor. He'd be like, you knew it was her, and you let her do this for all these weeks or whatever, and you knew. And I warned you. I warned you through my right hand man and me personally that if you were holding this back, it was gonna be problems. So therefore, like, I feel like the Deputy Mayor would die before BB, unless he just goes full dirty and be like, look, I'm just gonna sell it out to save my own skin. Unless he do that, I feel like he'll die first. So I feel like BB would live. But like y'all say, there is no promises, because shoot, anybody could go with this right. Unless your name is Matt, he the only one I feel like can't die in this motherfucker. Other than that,
Punch ain't in the season, so he can't. So technically, he
I
ain't.
mean, like Punisher
Yeah,
too. Like,
they almost got rid of his boy in the first season. Shout out to the police officer for defending their own. They're like, hey, you can leave. We ain't even nowhere.
I mean,
Tell Jane to bring the pizza.
Let me
But
ask y'all
what I
this. My question is this: is there any type of, because this will help me figure out whether Deputy Mayor and between him and BB, because the Disney thing would be he takes an L for love. That's the Disney narrative story that they. That's
His
the
head
safe
might
thing.
get squished off of you.
But is there anything, any
Might pop
reference
it off
that would tell us that he could potentially become a vigilante?
Oh no!
Because
no, he's too much of a coward.
There's no comic book reference to say that maybe. Okay,
he's a sacrifice for Kingpin to do a gruesome murder.
He's too much of a coward.
It's gonna be gruesome.
He's way too much of a coward.
So the more likely thing would be to die for BB.
He might pull his head off and see his spine.
I think the most likely thing would be to him to sell out. Like I said it earlier, he the only person in Fisk's entire role gallery, like everybody that's working with Fisk in like his office and stuff. He the main one I feel like that would turn. Like I used to think that other black lady that's the head of the staff or whatever.
Turn now. It's over for.
I done gave up on her. Like she full turn at this point. So I doubt that
her best friend head squished off, and then he talked to her with he put the paper on her. He was a good man.
Yeah.
Yep.
You squished his head like a.
Yep. You sold him out. You saw it and it just reminded you, dang, I did get that nigga killed. Yeah, you did. And she like, okay, let me go ahead and go back to my business. So now, like, I done gave up on her. The deputy mayor is the only one I feel like may turn. Like, if the black woman turn, it'd be on some. I felt guilty at the end of this, and Fisk was on his way down or some bullshit like that. No, but the deputy mayor, like, only because of BB, is the only reason why I feel like, look, like I feel like something like. He'll see like the writing on the wall, like, dang, they about to kill her. And I either got to make my choice of either helping Fisk or not. He'll be like, BB, here, there's a jump drive with a whole bunch of sensitive information that Fisk don't want out of here. This will prove X, Y, and Z. Take this and go. You're like, what happened to you? I'm probably going to die for
He might get take this and go. Worse. He might have the worst ending on any person in this show if he did the Kingpin.
I really feel like that's the only other route other than him like just, being Fisk full time. If he turned, I think he'll turn for BB. And if he turns for BB, he's gonna be like, all right, BB, I'm gonna save you. Take this. This is some sensitive information that'll get Fisk out there. It'll help you at least. And I'm probably gonna get my head squeezed like old boy in the basement. That was Vanessa's little fling in the season 1. Like it'll be some shit like that. Like I feel like that's the only reason. Like he'll turn for BB and then he'll die afterwards.
That sounds like a very Disney ending for yeah.
Oh, it won't be Disney, and it won't be Disney. That will be a gruesome. He going horribly. It's gonna go viral how he go. But we got shout out to Angela Del Toro, who has now been shown as the White Tiger. I'm wondering if she's gonna be in Young Avengers. So I'll be interested to see that now, because White Tiger is technically a Young Avenger. She's friends with Spider-Man, but I don't know. Spider-Man probably won't be in the Young Avenger because he's older now than the show. But
he's in college.
Most of them people in high school. Well, Kate Bishop is older a little bit. Oh, maybe they still count 23 as.
Has that been a part of like the phase thing that they put in Young Avengers? Have they said anything?
Usually they always in high school together. But
no, I'm saying
they don't have to adapt to that.
The Kevin Feige like game plan. And have they announced anything about that?
They probably. I heard there's gonna be like the street level group for the movie. They do X-Men. That's the rumor going around. Most of the movies gonna probably be X-Men. That's the rumor going around. Y'all let us know anything y'all heard in the Reddit sphere and all that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, and she met Karen at the end, which led to the great escape of the ship, in which they took all the people and got away. And all the people that worked there, they did not get away.
They did them a little worse than I thought they would. Like, I knew they were going to kill them. I didn't think they would blow them sky high like fireworks. Man. Ooh. Like, the fact that Fisk didn't even flinch when he was like, oh, they escaped? Oh, okay, cool. You know what to do, though, right? Bet. I said, oh, okay. And then, the worst part about it, Zelmae? You know it's about to be like we thought it was martial law before. Oh, it's about to really be martial law next
Oh
episode.
yeah,
Cause Finn's finna be like, oh, the vigilantes decided to blow up the ship on a terrorist attack. So now we finna have all our policemen go scouring the streets, close through your houses and everything. It's full on terrorists today. Boy, it's finna get so ugly next episode. You finna blame it all on like Daredevil. It's like, bro, Daredevil, we know he was on the ship and everything. We just realized that he blew it apart, killed plenty of innocent men that were working on the ship and everything out there. And now all these people, all the vigilantes that escaped or whatever, all APP bulletin out them. These are people that are co-conspirators that were working with him and X, Y, and Z. Even some of these local people. Boy, he's finna blame all of that on him. And it's finna be straight martial law. They probably finna be busting through. They was already knocking on people's houses and searching, but that was on like people that was suspiciously working with them. They finna bust through everybody's house now, bro. Like, hey, if I think they in there, I'm kicking your door down. I'm finna be looking for them. I'm finna go through. It's finna be nasty work on the episode 4. I know it's finna be nasty work.
And all the people that gave like non-spoiler review, they said it gets crazy after episode 3 because it turns up on episode 3 as we saw at the ending. The ending is clearly what they were talking about, and I can see where it's gonna turn up. The whole thing is gonna be like violent and crazy because Fisk was hit that little weird little eye thing he do, what he used to do, and specifically in the original Daredevil, but now he does it every once in a while. But he did at the end of the episode. You know what to do. That means he's finna go in.
But I know we got to do it, bro. Because like all those people are basically, they all have knowledge and evidence of like, hey, they kept us down here, they imprisoned us in a little cage and all that. They're all witnesses.
They're criminals now, though. Nobody cares.
Yeah, they're criminals, but I'm saying they're all witnesses too. So therefore, Fitz wants them dead. So like, he was like, all right, task force, I want all these people eliminated. Every one of them, APB bulletin, go search their houses, go search their families, go search their places of employment. I want all of their items, all their possessions, all the places that they own, every single one of these people. I want all their stuff scoured and in my office in the back corner by the time the day is over with. He finna go hunt down everything.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Nico, your final thoughts on the
I just really, I know it might not come till later, but I mean, can I just see some webbing or something as like after just somewhere? I don't know, just little stuff. I don't know.
Webbing? Oh, bro, go watch the Spider-Man Homecoming for webbing. I'm telling you right now, you ain't gonna see this right now.
I'm just saying,
you might see violence. You finna see a lot of violence.
No, I'm just saying, I just want to see like maybe Frank comes in and he's wiping some webbing off of him. He's like, oh, I had a little run here. That's something subtle.
I mean, if you want to see something like that, maybe at the end of episode 8 or something, but I highly doubt they finna have some Spider-Man references early when they're still like mid-deep in this, in the Daredevil.
We're still ironing out ice right now, so I get it. But I mean, overall, I like the direction. Just like how I kind of like how it felt like a revamp when they gave us last season anyway. But like I'm enjoying the ride right now. So let's just keep this thing going. We're 3 episodes in. Let's keep this thing going and keep on introducing all these different storylines because it's not just all about Daredevil. It's not all just about Matt. There are so many different stories like Zelmae, like you both were alluding to. There's so many different stories to tell. Keep telling them. And I know it's a little off subject, but it's the same thing that I'm liking about Invincible season 4 right now. It's not just about Mark, man. It's about everybody, and everybody's got their own thing going on, and how they come together. It is what it is. But right now, I'm enjoying everybody else too.
But yeah, Invincible episode 4 or 5. I'm probably gonna have to get to 4 and 5. I'll probably get a review.
5 comes out this week.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna end up getting 4 and 5 together. The whole season, because we ain't did none of the episodes, so we're just gonna talk about the whole season and go over episode 4 because I know it's important episode and episode 5. Probably mostly gonna talk about 4. Because I know what happens after 4, so it's kind of But I'm looking forward to that. So make sure you like and subscribe, hit that notification bell on the Keep It 99 channel. Because if you're on the Zelmae channel, I accidentally put you there. So this is gonna be a video on this channel. So I do appreciate that. But shout out to everybody on the Unico channel. Go follow and all that. If you're on the Twitch, go follow all that. Go follow Make It Make Sense, that podcast.
Yes.
As well as Do You Hear Me? You need to go in the last word.
UNIQO Williams on YouTube, man. We coming up, baby. And man, I gotta say, I just want to know, what's the consensus? And y'all just drop y'all comments on my latest reel that I dropped. It's just a picture of the earth.
Go do that. Check it out.
It's a
Monterey,
social
any last
experiment.
words?
Trust me, it's a social experiment. They already arguing already. I didn't say nothing. They arguing already.
Hmm.
You gotta make a YouTube video on doing a bunch of social experiments and just do a YouTube video on.
But you were saying about last words?
Yeah.
You, brother Monray.
My last words: get ready for smoke, because it's finna be ugly next episode. Because as soon as they start the news and they be like, vigilantes blow up the ship in the harbor, corrupting the water for everybody, just know it's about to be martial law out there in New York streets. At least in Daredevil, at least.
And after this show, From Friends to Brothers episode is coming out. So be there to make sure you go watch that. It's coming out later tonight, as well as this show coming out. Well, tomorrow. I'm gonna put this out tonight. So that show From Friends to Brothers come out tomorrow with Unico and, of course, my co-host and co-owner, Kid Credit Player. So be on the
Can I ask y'all a
Otherwise-
question? Well, I want to ask y'all a question one more time. I mean, one, and then we get out here. I just want to ask y'all this. Y'all know about Resident Evil lore, correct?
Slightly, yeah.
Do y'all know Wesker?
Yes.
So my question is, like, does Kingpin have a Wesker that's could be a part of his ice right now, like a superpower? Is there any evidence that there might be that somewhere?
I don't know if a super.
No, as far
Okay.
as I know,
Marvel don't listen to nobody, so it's kind of
Okay.
as far as I know
kinda-
right now, Kingpin hasn't done any investments or nothing in like superpower things. Not in Daredevil, at least. Comic books, yeah, he done been in everything, but right now, no, he hasn't really invested in anything like that.
Okay. I just wonder if there might be somebody that
do
comes out of his
weapons,
security
but you
detail
don't
that's
know if he
actually
ever
super
does,
powered
like-
or something that could pop up and be an
he
issue.
kind of doesn't like superpowered people.
I mean, it would go against his thing of having vigilante, quote unquote, power people, unless he wants to be like, look, I have him to make the streets safe, but then that was just,
But even in the
doesn't work.
comics, technically he hates superpowered people, superheroes.
Oh yeah, he pretty much like a Lex Luthor almost.
So I doubt he'll ever just use them. So
Just thought I'd ask because I remember in the Spider-Man animated series was it his son? But anyway, whatever. Thought I'd ask.
Otherwise, we'll see y'all Tuesday for a nice and spicy sports show.
yeah. So make sure you like and subscribe to that notification bell. One more time, make it make sense. The podcast. Do you hear me? And if you want an easy way to remember it, just go to overall99media.org. Go check it out. Click their picture, take you right to their pages, all of the affiliate pages and all that. I appreciate y'all. Peace.